It's only experience that my team be able to contain them and subdue them. That is it.
It was experience.
Experience. You can see their match yesterday against Sokoto, because Sokoto boys too, they are young, they are fit, so they've exhausted most of their fitness, their energy yesterday. And today I was impressed. They still came out very strong, but the experience now counts. I have to contain them. My own players need to play to instruction. They play to the bench, and that was what gave the results. Hopefully, and by the special gift of God, the remaining game, I hope to pick them to put the match against Kano Pillars behind us to forge ahead.
If you love handball, MK Abiola Stadium is the place to be, because it has been happening live, where the Premier League handball league has been taking place there for teams across Nigeria, both for men and women. They've been showcasing their talent in the world of sport. Welcome you on 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. We'll be starting on handball note as we quickly look at the result as it happened in match day 8 in the Handball Premier League taking place at MK Abiola Stadium. Let's start with the women, the female result quickly, looking at the fact that Benue Queens, they were able to win against Plateau Cox 23-21, Rima Queens of Sokoto 24-23 against Adorable Angels by a lone goal. They were able to win there. Seasider Babes 27, they lost against Defender Babes. Skada Queens actually gave a walkover also for Bende Dynamos. They were able to win. Well, the Kaduna teams did not participate in this competition. Imo Grasshoppers 21, and you have Safety Babes standing with 27 goals there. Now, looking at the way the table is standing after match day 8 in the women category, well, we have Safety Babes standing first, Rima Queens, Bende Dynamos. You have Seasider Babes, Imo Grasshoppers, Benue Queens in that pecking order. Well, for the female valuable player of the day, went to Queens Akurase of Benue Queens, while for the men, it's Job Idoko of the Defenders who actually got the most valuable player for the day. Safety Babes are really trying to defend the cup they won last time as it is. Rima Queens are also giving them a good run for their money, because they are standing second with 17 points after Safety Babes are standing third with 18 points respectively. Well, for the women league right now, it's getting very, very tough between Safety Babes, Rima Queens, Bende Dynamos, and Defender Babes. For the men result, looking at day 8, you have Rima Strikers. They lost their game against Safety Shooters, 35-20. And you have Benue Buffalo 16. They lost by just one goal against Police Machine. Kano Pillars had a walkover against Kada Stars, while Owena Kings 27. The Defenders 35, Niger United 29, to Marine Academy 23. That was the game you just saw. And Confluence Stars 44. They defeated Seasiders of Lagos 44-32 as it went down. While the table standing right now, match day 8 table standing for men, you look at the fact that, well, all the teams that participated tried their best, but, well, it's good for the fact that Kano Pillar, defending champion, are still topping there with 24 points, followed by Safety Shooters, Niger United, and Seasiders of Lagos, respectively, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 24, 24, 22, and 17. Kadastar, they didn't show up in this tournament. They are standing down the log. You have Owena Kings, who are also not doing well. They actually have 10 points after playing 8 games. The Defenders, 12 points. You have Police Machine, Benue Buffaloes, Rima Strikers of Sokoto, to Marine of Lagos. It's an academy. They're doing their best in handball. They have 16 points, followed by Confluence Stars. Seasider of Lagos are standing fourth, respectively, as it went down match day 8 in the Premier League handball league taking place at MK Abiola Indoor Sport Hall there, over there in Abuja. Well, the main thing right now is the fact that the teams actually, they've been showing their class when it comes to handball, and we've been giving you much details concerning this particular competition. This is the first phase. The second phase will be coming up in Lagos soon. Joining me to talk sport this morning is Olawale Peters. Good to have you.
Good morning, Adele. It's a pleasure to be here.
Good one. At least the boys and girls, or the male and female, they've been showing their class when it comes to handball, and it's been very, very exciting.
Yeah, and especially the safety boys and the safety shooters. It shows that both the male and the female teams, they are really there to win something. The safety babes, they are there to defend their champion. That is why they are unbeaten so far. And the safety shooter also, you can see what they are doing to the defending champion, Kano Pillars. So they are giving it to them bomber to bomber, waiting for them to make any mistake. And the game of handball, the way they are playing is people look at it that, oh, it's very easy, but just like the coach of Niger United said, it's a game of strength, power, and strategy. You have to know when to hold on to the ball, when to be tossing it around, not to go for a goal, so that you can regain the energy that you've already lost. So it's a very good one, and having this in Nigeria also, so that means we have other options apart from football. We have other things to do, ball. So a very good one, a good development.
A good one, at least we're talking about handball, where the Handball Premier League has been ongoing at MK Abiola Stadium. And a lot of handballers have been showing their skills there. Well, it's not always about football. We just have to talk about handball too. We also talk about basketball and also volleyball. But now, this time around, we have to talk about football because the Super Eagles are preparing ahead of friendlies and also matches in the AFCON qualifiers that will be against Sierra Leone and also Mauritius. But for the first one is Ecuador. We'll be playing against Ecuador. That will be first thing Friday morning, although Thursday night in America. But the first game we lost against Mexico, that was the first game led by Coach Jose Pizarro. But the second one is saying, well, they are stepping up preparation ahead of the Ecuador friendly, the Sierra Leone, the Mauritius qualifiers. Well,
a very good way to welcome Pizarro to Nigeria. That's a very good way to let him know that there's a lot that he needs to do. And if you watch the game, you know that we still don't have a team. There are some players that if it is possible for me to take them out from the TV station, from the TV set and said, come, you don't need to be here. It will have been better, sincerely. So I think what we need to do now is to build our team internally, home-based players, sincerely. Not that we should not concentrate on the foreign-based player, but we need to have a blend of both. A good one, we have about 7 players from the domestic league participating in the current friendly that we are doing right now. It's still a team in process. That is why we've argued that the terms of contract for Pizarro is like you design it to fail from day one.
Just a year.
Just a year. What do you want him to achieve within a year with what we have now? If you have a team already, if you have a standby team that has a pattern, that has a style of play, it's quite different. But in a situation whereby we want to start all over, we are in the process of rebuilding our national team. A year is not enough, sincerely, because you need to have a plan in place that, okay, the next 6 months, I want to build a team. It's after you build a team for the first 6 months, you now look at in the next 6 months also, I now want to have a pattern of play. A pattern of play in the sense that if I'm playing with European countries, I have a pattern of play that will suit them. If I'm playing with my African counterparts, I have a pattern of play that will suit them. You can't be playing the same pattern for all the countries. No, even if you look at the Premiership, it's not all the teams that you play the same pattern of. No, you don't do that. You have to have 2 or 3, and for you to have that pattern, you must have your team to know the first 11 to choose if I'm playing this pattern of play, to know the second 11 you choose if you're playing. So that is what we need right now. But for him, I'm not expecting anything. However, we're not going to condemn him. He has started. Let's see what will happen. But sincerely, the 6 or the 1 year, it's not really enough. And to me, we're qualifying for the Nations Cup next year. Shouldn't be our priority. Because what's the purpose of if we struggle to qualify and we go to the Nations Cup after the first round, round of 16, we'll come back home again. So we shouldn't be in a hurry that he wants to go there.
It's better we plan ahead.
We plan ahead. If what we're going to do is to be sure that we're going to have a team that we'll be proud of in the next 2-3 years, let's start the rebuilding process right now. Let's try and take the pains of not going to, okay, we're not going to the World Cup. What has happened? Nothing. So let's take the same pain. If you're not going to go to the Nations Cup, but have a team
in place,
it will be better for us. So that's just what I see. But the next game, let's see, maybe there will be a little improvement. But sincerely, we're not really getting it right. Especially with the NFF that they are leaving in September. So I don't know the rush or the reason why they must be the one to set the process of appointing a new coach. I don't understand. You have a house that you are renting. You have about 3 months to live there, and you are now renovating the house. What are you renovating the house for?
Maybe I'm already planning to stay.
To stay with, no.
Maybe I'm already planning to stay.
Then,
maybe that
if
could
that
be,
is the situation,
yes.
then the NFF current board will see what Nigerians were made up of.
Okay.
That is the truth, because he has said it time to that number that he is not interested.
And maybe if he's not interested, maybe others too might still be interested among the NFF
all of them should be banned.
Members.
No, we don't have any one of them.
Okay, you want a total, new 36
total overhaul.
FA chairman.
We've seen a lot of people coming out that they want to do this job for Nigeria free of charge. So that is the commitment. That shows that they are ready to serve. Because we're talking about service to your nation. You shouldn't be expecting that, okay, you are serving your nation, you are gaining from your nation, you are stealing from your nation, you are bringing your nation down. It is totally unfair. That's the truth. So I think this is the high time for us to really put our searchlights on the NFF and their election coming on. The way a lot of people are interested in the 2023 presidency
or
position or what have you, we should also be interested also in the NFF election come September. We need to give that awareness, because if we don't, we keep quiet, they will do what they know how to do best. Politicking. And by October, November, we'll be here complaining. Nothing that we can do at that time, because it will be too late. It is now high time for us to start letting them know that you are killing the game of football in Nigeria.
Well, we've just been talking concerning the Super Eagles. Eagles will be playing against Ecuador on Thursday, or those will be Friday, early morning on Friday, Nigerian time. They'll be fighting out against them at New Jersey Stadium, while they will also be planning ahead of the qualifiers against Sierra Leone and also Mauritius, hoping that they will do well. Well, trying to add some politics to it, that the NFL issues here and there. We just have to fix our home so that we can build a better team concerning Nigerian football and also other sports inclusive. We have to get things right. Sport can really turn things around in Nigeria. It's a big sector, very huge sector that government, both federal, state, local government, even private institutions can also take a cue by doing what? By allowing the corporate social responsibility to be given to that particular sector. Now we move away from Nigerian sport. Let's talk continental now, where just yesterday, Wydad Casablanca of Morocco, they did well, defeating Al Ahly of Egypt. They actually denied them winning it back-to-back, making it 3-time champions. But from the way it is, Casablanca did well in Morocco. They play at home, and El Mouraji was the one that scored 2 goals in both halves to actually dwarf Al Ahly, who were gunning to make sure they win it the 3rd time in a row, but it didn't work out for Masomane.
Yeah, it's also a repeat of 2017 final between both teams. Like Casablanca, they have what it takes to stop Al Ahly. They did it, so it's a very good one. But we should ask ourselves, when are other African and region going to take this ownership from the North African?
Okay.
Because it's more like their birthright now. You see them playing final, them winning it. You know the reason why? Grassroots development, infrastructure, they make the conducive, very conducive for them to do. And they take football as business over there. So that is why you see a lot of private investors investing in the game of football over there. So that is why you see them winning it over and over again for the past 10 years.
Now, you just look at it this way. RS Berkane of Morocco, they won the CAF Confederation.
Sure, yeah.
Casablanca won the Champions League. The 2 teams from Morocco. Yes. And you have teams from Egypt getting to finals. No. You have teams from Algeria, Tunisia, the 4 Arab countries in Africa, always there. Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, Egypt, always there. And it's as if, okay, maybe let's say South Africa, maybe Orlando Pirates, Mamelodi Sundowns are also trying to see if they can rival them. Before it was TP Mazembe. Mazembe went down somehow. Then in the West Africa, you have maybe Shooting Stars, Eyimba International. Then, you know, everything went down. Hearts of Oak of Accra. You can't just remember what happened to, especially West African teams.
Okay, what happened is when you have people that doesn't know what it takes, or they don't have what it takes to manage the game of football, especially, because it's the beautiful bride when you're talking about the game of sport. Eyimba won it back-to-back. Who was the state governor at that time? Ojizo Kalu. We all know his passion when it comes to the game of football. In fact, General was recommended to him to be employed as a Yimba coach. He looked at his CV, he said, no, you don't have what it takes. Because he knows what it takes to have a good coach. So that is what we are talking about. Orlando Pirates, the same thing. All these North African teams in Zamalek of Egypt, the same thing. Recall those days when we used to have Abiola Babes.
That's why I actually mentioned Shooting Stars.
You know the amount of money that late Chief MK Abiola was pumping into it in Wanyawi National. Shooting Stars,
Lions of
Boko. So that is what we are talking about now. Until we allow the investors to come in and manage our local leagues in this country. If you are still allowing the state government that they don't, okay, now tell me, which of the state government? Right now, we have time for Nigerian Professional Football League.
When they are pursuing their ambition.
When they are pursuing their ambition. And the same thing will happen between now and next year after the election. So the game of sport, of football, will now be lacking. Why you have people that if you sell your shares to them, you can have 30% control, let other people have 70%. So when you are busy with your politics or whatever, what have you, they will concentrate in managing the club to success. That is what they are doing over there that is different from ours in West Africa. Until we get it right, they will continue to dominate. And mind you, probably CAF should even change the name of the competition from CAF Champions League to the North African Champions League.
Champions League. We've been talking about CAF Champions League, where Moroccan teams right now are celebrating. They won the CAF Champions League and also CAF Confederation, dominating Africa, well, at the expense of other regions in Africa. We just have to look at the fact that, well, things must just be done right in other regions. Quickly, let's look at African richest clubs. Even though we've been talking Chelsea, Man U, and all that, we also have it here in Africa. Quickly, let's look at that list of African richest clubs before we leave. Al Ahly, despite losing that game yesterday, we have their market value is $30.75 million. Mamelodi Sundowns, South Africa, $21.3 million. Zamalek, $20.55 million. You have Pyramids of Egypt, Orlando Pirates, $18.15, Esperance of Tunisia, Kaizer Chiefs of South Africa, and you have Casablanca of Morocco. Look at it, you have 3 South African teams there, and you have others from Arab countries.
So it's between the North African countries and South Africa. So that is why you see them qualifying and playing in the quarterfinal, semi-final, or the final, because they have the money, they have what it takes, they have the investors coming in to pump in the money. You'll be surprised if they value the richest club in Nigeria.
Let's not go there.
You shouldn't go there. Maybe we should leave that discussion.
Let's not go there, seriously. But really, we can do better. We just have to take sports as a very serious business. Our government needs to do something, individual, private sector needs to do something about this. Sport is very, very huge, and it can turn things around in Nigeria. Now, before we go, the last on the log is the fact that Chelsea, yes, it's finally over. All the noise about taking over or not, it has been completed. Well, Boli-led consortium right now, they've taken over fully as the owner of that club, and they have enough money to run it, 4.25 billion sale, and they are ready to make sure they turn Chelsea around. This time around, not for profit more, but they want to make sure Chelsea is really stable.
Yeah, and stability means a lot, and its first test will be how active it is when it comes to the transfer window. Right now, some of Chelsea players are leaving. Let me even say their first 4 defenders. Aspilicueta is leaving, Rudiger is leaving, Marco Alonso is leaving, Christensen too is leaving. So 4 of them are leaving. So who will be their replacement? So how ready he is to spend to be competitive in the transfer market? What brought Abramovich, apart from he has the money, he has the passion, he was very active when it comes to transfer market. He goes for the best. He has the money. So let's see how active he is going to be. And the next 2 years is going to be working in the shadow of Abramovich. That's the truth, because they'll be looking at what Abramovich has achieved for the past 19 years, winning 19 trophies. For Chelsea, he won Premier League 5 times, he won FA Cup 5 times, he won League Cup 3 times, he won Champions League twice, Europa twice, Super Cup once, and the World Club Cup once. So he won it all for Chelsea. So anybody coming in now, you must be ready to what? To
it's a big shoe.
A very big shoe. That's the truth. And there's no year during Abramovich era that he did not win a trophy. In fact, Thomas Tuchel is very lucky that Abramovich is not there again.
He will have been booted out by now.
Because the pressure that will be on him right now, because there's no year that you will not win something for Chelsea. And that is also going to be a problem. What do I say by being a problem? During Abramovich era, he takes decision alone. But this time around, it's a joint consortium, joint venture. So the decision may not go their way. So there will be a lot of issues in Chelsea. Chelsea just needs to accept this. Probably they'll be going in the way of Manchester United or Arsenal, because the owner also is from America, just like we have in Arsenal and Manchester United. And they prioritize business first.
Capitalists.
That is the truth. They prioritize business first. It is only the Russian billionaires or the Arab billionaires that their own is no. You got to win a trophy for me. So Chelsea should be ready that the Chelsea of yesterday may be the Arsenal or Manchester of today.
Well, hopefully. Well, I like the fact that it actually came from you.
Why do you like that?
No, I know why I said that. At least you've been bashing Arsenal fans for a while, but this time around, let it go to Chelsea. Let them feel the heat from you.
No, we're just saying the reality, and that's the reality.
Okay, but the reality actually, to some extent, actually has turned to a fire, a fireball there. That's it on 360 Sport. We've been talking with Olawale Peters, a nice one, and we just have to let you know that sport is really business and fitness. Thanks for having you on the show.
It's my pleasure being here.
I am Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.